This is a reaction video, but it's more so a topic I wanted to fucking discuss. The reaction video just sparked the topic I wanted to discuss. So, first off, the preface. The reaction video is me reacting to Baba Dicc Gregory. Baba Dicc Gregory did an interview. You can look it up. I'll post this shit. But it's We All TV. We All Be TV. Make sure y'all subscribe and check out that content. We All Be TV with Baba Dicc Gregory. They discussing multiple topics real quick. He discussed fasting, which everybody should, do. Also went into John Legend. John Lennon. And when he talk about John Lennon, he like, hey, how a redneck cracker like you make it this fucking big, yo? Fucking from nowhere, UK and shit. He was like, well, we connected to the FBI and CIA. Our main thing was to get white kids hooked on drugs. He was like, yo, you know how high you gotta be to see a fucking yellow submarine? He was like, the Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, yo, that's LSD. That's spelled out LSD. He was just, discussing that and shit, yo. Well, not discussing, he just mentioned that. But when he mentioned that, it sparked my brain and shit. I'm like, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and discuss that right now, yo. That's a perfect time to discuss that. That's a perfect caveat. So, music. Out of all the racist shit they do to black motherfuckers, in particular, I ain't talking about nobody else. Black motherfuckers, quote unquote black motherfuckers. Out of all the shit, the number one GDP of America is music. And the biggest genre of that music is rap music. It is a culture shifter. They listen to rap music all over the fucking world. These motherfuckers know who the fuck Tupac and Jay-Z is all over the fucking world. Can ask them to name a president? They probably don't know none of them motherfuckers. But they know Tupac and Jay-Z. Those are fucking reality. That's fucking reality. So somebody's getting paid off of that music going globally. Do you not know that these Khazars and shit that own these record labels and shit make bank? Do you know that anybody can take a life insurance policy out in your name and shit? Anybody can. It's not a law against that. Anybody can do that shit. It's not considered fraud. If I look at you and be like, his life expectancy is going to be shorter, I can take a life insurance policy out. So all of these big record labels, not the label that they are signed to, because we're not talking about them. That's pennies. We talking about the big motherfucker, Universal, shit like that. The motherfuckers that own the masters to the masters. Why you think they call it masters anyway? Like, come on, yo. Motherfuckers be racist and shit. And y'all don't see this shit. Y'all ignore that shit. Y'all talking about goofy ass rat beef and shit. They don't get no fucking money. These motherfuckers making bank. Win, lose, or draw, they making bank. To be honest, it's better for you to lose. I make more bank if you lose. Once you die, your fucking your records and shit ups its value. Just like art. I'm never gonna get this art again, so it ups its value. It's not like, oh shit, he ain't never make it. If he had another album, that should have blown the fuck up. He has another album and shit. All that unreleased music. The fuck? Whoever he was working with at the time was low budget compared to who they have. They can have somebody that's way bigger. They can produce the shit way better. They got AI shit. They could finish your shit with AI if they needed to. Like, come on, yo, stop being dumb. Um, Plus, it's always gonna be somebody to come take your place anyway. Um, the second thing I want to mention is talking about these motherfuckers owning your masters and shit and these record labels, and how shit doesn't depreciate is that appreciate when you die. Now we have to get into you. You as I'll also discussed the number one GDP of America is music, mostly black music, because nobody listen to that country shit. Nobody listen to country music outside of the United States, and a lot of people don't listen to that shit inside the United States. White motherfuckers, these same white motherfuckers that are fucking diehard Republicans and shit, voted for Trump and all of that shit, voted for Bush, both of them. They will probably listen to more rap music than country music. Don't nobody like that shit. These rap music got fucking beat to it and shit. You could YouTube right now. They show motherfuckers rocking off to the WAP song, WAP song. Not knowing that was the song. They just going off to the beat until the fucking lyrics stop playing. Then they're like, what the fuck? And cut that shit off. But it's just the fucking beat. That's all music is fucking beat. They got a beat to it. That country shit, that shit ain't got no fucking beat, man. And it's just got goofy ass lyrics to it. I ain't trying to hear that shit. That shit real life. That shit struggle music. Anybody trying to hear that shit? I'm getting money, dog. You think I want to hear that shit? I don't got no horses. I got horsepower. I got fucking Benz. Do I want to hear about you on a dusty trail? I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about you drinking and beating your wife. That's not some shit I want to hear. That don't apply to my fucking life. So that's just the fucking reality of it. All right, so let's move forward and shit. So, music, in particular, quote unquote, black music, in particular, quote unquote, these rap and hip hop. I don't even like listening to that shit. Like, it's good, I like it, cause of the beat. But I don't listen to the fucking lyrics and shit. And these mumble ass rap. I mean, I'm from Baltimore, I mumble. But these mumble ass rap motherfuckers, I don't even know what the fuck they saying. I don't even give a fuck. I be just making this shit up as I go along, just like they do. Oh, he ain't really say this, he really said that. Who gives a fuck? Do it change anything? It don't even change nothing. If he mumbled this word instead of that word, it still don't change nothing. Because neither one of those words make sense. I was like, whatever, yo, fuck it. And all it is a fucking commercial. All rap music is a fucking commercial. Versace. Gucci is a fucking commercial about fucking now they realize and now they try monetize with the fucking alcohol and shit. All these motherfuckers rap about some kind of alcohol now. But before that, there's rapping about alcohol, making these motherfuckers billions and shit. And they ain't had no hands in none of it. Now they got Ciroc and shit and all of that other shit. But they rap about alcohol. They rap about clothes. FUBU, Rockaware. That's our shit. But before that, they rapped about everybody else shit. Versace. They still rapping about that shit. Louis and shit. They still rapping about that shit. They make Louis. He is the richest motherfucker in the whole fucking world. Louis. How many black motherfuckers made him the richest motherfucker in the whole fucking world? Is his shit worth it? How the fuck you think Kanye West became a billionaire? Clothes. All these other motherfuckers and shit, yo. Clothes and makeup. The Kardashians and shit. Whatever the youngest bitch name is and shit. She's supposed to be the youngest billionaire. Clothes and shit. And makeup and all that other goofy ass shit. Rihanna. Same thing. However, the music is the cultural shift. That's the driver. That's the driving force. So here we go. What else? Clothes, alcohol, jewelry. Definitely jewelry, especially Houston and shit, Texas. Motherfuckers out here selling grills and shit. It used to be Paul Wall and shit. He put on for Houston and shit. Now they got some Asian motherfucker smiling and shit with gold in the mouth. I don't even know who the fuck this motherfucker is. Before that, it was what's his name? Jacob the Jeweler. When he like the Russian motherfucker and shit, yo. He got indicted and shit, but that Russian motherfucker. Everybody getting money off of us except us. An Asian motherfucker comes smiling with his ugly ass. I don't even know who the fuck he is. He's some new motherfucker. Before that, Jacob the fucking Jeweler. People actually mentioning Jacob the Jeweler by his name, making him more famous than he already should be. And he a white motherfucker, look like bad Vlad TV and shit. Making bank. Like, why? Why, motherfucker, why? They didn't push no black jewelers, and I know they got some. I know they got mad black jewelers. They ain't push not one of them motherfuckers. They ain't even push an African jeweler. I'm sure they probably mentioned somebody from Dubai, put that motherfucker on like he even needed. They push the jewelry, push the alcohol. Oh, they definitely pushing cars. They definitely pushing cars. Pushing cars with the Hemi in it. The Phantom and shit. Got the Maybach. They pushing all these motherfucking cars that we don't fucking own and shit. All of these motherfuckers, yo. 57, what is it? 57 inch and shit, yo. Maybach, yo. Or 57 feet Maybach. I don't fucking know. I never owned one of them bitches. Pushing shit like that with the TV in the back. Who the fuck need the TV in the back? Who the fuck? You ain't got no passengers, dog. You not fucking Ubering no fucking body. Fuck them motherfuckers in the back. They need a TV. They got their fucking phone. We making a movie. We not watching a movie. The fuck? But you know, whatever, yo. My Camaro. Young Jeezy made my Camaro. These motherfuckers was pushing Dodge Chargers. And then all of a sudden the Challenger came out. They started pushing that shit too. Any fucking slick car come out, they pushing that shit. And the sad thing is, you would think, all right, well, they just making money. They must have paid them. No, these motherfuckers is that dumb and corny. I'm not making no fucking commercial for your product. You not paying me, dog? Pay me. I will make a song and I'll plug your product into my song. Product placement. But if you're not paying me for that shit, why am I doing it for free? A lot of these black motherfuckers do that shit for fucking free. That shit wild as shit, dog. It's wild. You pretty much putting your pain for free. And now your success going into wasting that money on these products for these companies that you're not making no bank off of. At least Shaq got equity. Damn near everything that he put his name on and stamp on to fucking promote, he get equity in that shit. He buy his own and then they give him some. Alright, I just tied into this company. With my name attached to it, this company gonna go up 10% at the very least. Now my equity went up 10%. Every time I sign my name on there, the company go up, I go up too. Because I'm making it go up. I know I'm going to make it go up. So I need some equity in that shit. But y'all motherfuckers don't even know what equity even stand for, dog. That's the whole sad truth of the matter, dog. We got to have equity in a lot of different things, yo. We invest in that shit, but we don't have no equity in that shit. We are investing to it. We tied to it. What they call, yo? What they call this shit? We are not stockholders. We need to be stockholders. We are shareholders. But being a shareholder does not make you a stockholder. We need stock to be invested in this shit with real fucking equity. Not the intangible equity of our blood, sweat, and tears. That shit, fucking, we invested a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears in every fucking thing on the fucking planet. We need stock invested in this shit, not shareholders. We don't need to be shareholders anymore. That's the definition between a stockholder and a shareholder. Let me break it down for y'all, yo. Okay. Stockholders. That means I own a piece of that fucking company. I literally, however many stocks I have in that company, that's how much of that company that I own, percentage wise. Shareholders, for example, Morgan State University. I graduated from Morgan State University. Shout out to the Bears. Morgan State University is in the middle of a neighborhood. The shareholders are the people that live in that neighborhood. That's not all of the shareholders. I'm just giving an example. The shareholders are the people that live in that neighborhood. My property value is gonna go up if Morgan goes up. If Morgan goes up, my property value gonna go through the fucking roof. If Morgan go down, my property value is gonna fucking plummet. Nobody wants to live around here. This is a shitty ass school. This shit, I don't know how many fucking faculty buildings caught on fire. Everybody want to move away. Now the shares are going down. Shareholders want to escape. Now, if not the buildings are catching on fire, no, this is a wonderful fucking place. This is the best place on fucking earth. Not only that, they want to expand. Everything they have, every building they have right now, they're renovating, making it 10 times better. Now they all look like 3,000, year 3,000 type of schools. It's all made of glass and AI. I could talk to a wall and shit, and some shit will pop up on the fucking screen. This AI shit going crazy. And they want to expand. So now if they want to expand, I own a property. They need to get my property. They need to pay me big time. Any other property in the surrounding area, even if I'm not selling the property to Morgan and I'm just selling it, period, or even if I'm not selling it, the property value is going through the fucking roof. It's going through the fucking roof because everybody know this is a good ass fucking area to be around, and everybody want to be surrounded by winners. As an investor, I want to invest in all the property in the surrounding areas. That way, if they do expand, the first place they're going to think about expanding is right here on this block. And I own a goddamn block like Monopoly. They're going to have to come through me in order to expand. And I'm going to charge them an arm and a fucking leg. And I'm going to get it because they got it. If they don't have it right now, they'll get that shit long term. So they'll invest in it and pay me my money ASAP. That way they know we'll get it in the long run. We'll get that back end money. Shout out to Fujiano, that back end. So here you go with the music. A lot of black people are shareholders in this fucking black culture. Music is one of the driving forces of our black culture. But guess what? We're not stockholders in it. We all are shareholders in that shit, but we all ain't stockholders in this shit at all. A high percentage of us are not stockholders. So you thinking like Bad Boy Records and all this other goofy ass shit, 1017 and shit, yo, CMG. You think those are stockholders? Is that the fuck you think? You think those are stockholders? They not stockholders, dog. What is it? UMG, Universal Music Group. Those are the fucking Dr. What's his name, yo? The Honorable Louis Farrakhan talked about that shit, yo. Talked about how these Khazars and shit divide up the music and shit. They had a fucking whole meeting about the shit and divided up the music and say, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna push. These same people that own that shit want to get your ass on drugs. They get you on drugs. Who you think own these private prisons, dog? Who the fuck you think own these private prisons? If you go to prison, I can take a bond out in your name, essentially owning you. Slavery and shit did not get ended. It just got quote unquote abolished, except for the exception to it. And what is that, yo? What is that, yo? Amendment 13 or some shit like that is an exception. Exception is if you go to prison. If you go to prison, you are still a slave. You can be treated as a slave according to the fucking law. When these people go into these prisons, they disappear, yo. Nobody can follow them and know what the fuck is going on with them whatsoever. They literally, essentially disappear. America has the biggest prison population in the whole fucking world. This shit is literally by design. Literally, somebody designed this shit. Literally designed this shit. And y'all just act like it just nothing. Like these motherfuckers Gestapo and shit snatch your ass up, take you off somewhere. That's it. If they name you a terrorist, domestic or otherwise, then what? Now you don't even have the rights that all these rights that they are breaking. You don't even have those rights. They can't even say, "Whoa, you broke this. We need to get them back because of that." You don't even get those rights. You don't have rights unless you know. You don't have rights unless you know what they are in order to reserve and protect them. Knowledge is power. Shout out to Taza Doc Shah. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. That's real shit. The Deprogram Enlightener, right on YouTube. Check his ass out. Learn some shit. He not the only one, but I'm just saying, learn some shit. Reserve your own rights. Stand on your fucking square. These motherfuckers are designing designs to kill your ass. They have already designed a lot of them. None of this shit is new. None of this shit is off the playbook. And to be honest, the playbook is just recycled playbooks. They doing the same fucking plays, dog. It's like Madden. If I beat your ass in Madden, I'm beating your ass 112-0. Why the fuck would I switch the playbook up, yo? I'm killing you, yo. Literally. Why would I switch the playbook now? I'm blowing you out. I'm gonna keep doing the same fucking plays. This shit been working. I'm not gonna change the name. I'm not gonna hide this shit, design this shit to look different. I'm not gonna flip formations or none of that shit. Why? Why the fuck would I, yo? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why the fuck would I? Come on, yo. Come on, yo. And these motherfuckers are getting dumber and dumber by design. All of this is design. You don't even know who the fuck you are. You've been lied to since you were fucking born. All of this shit is by design. You're not even designed. Somebody designed you. Somebody literally designed you. A lot of y'all motherfuckers, the location you born at, that determines a lot about who the fuck you is and what the fuck you gonna become. You born in a blood neighborhood. Now you're blood. Now you have a certain path you have to stick to. I already know. If I put you in jail, now you got a felony. I already know you can't do this, you can't do that. And there's a lot of shit you can't do as a fucking felon and shit. Now I already know how you design. I already know what kind of jobs you're going to get. As a lot of y'all motherfuckers get conditioned. Y'all want to become workers. Y'all don't want to become business owners. Y'all want to be workers and shit. Worker bees. Y'all want to work for somebody else. I know what it is. I designed it. I know what the fuck you gonna be before you do. You 5 years old and shit. You don't have no dreams about your life. I got dreams about your life already, yo. I had dreams about your life before you was born. So now that you 5 years old, I had 5 years letting that shit cook the fuck up. You don't have no dreams. You 5 years old, yo. Most people don't even remember nothing from the age they was 5 years old and before. They remember shit afterwards. Hopefully. Think about that shit, man. All this shit real, yo. Starting with music. Music control your mind and control your thoughts and feelings and emotions. A lot of people will live their life according, like me. I live my life according to themes and theme songs. Not saying I live my life according to it, but any particular moment, that could be something going on in my life, and I can equate that to a song. You gotta fight for your right to party. Whatever going on, yo. I could be out there about to fuck. Guess what? When I'm about to fuck, I got a whole soundtrack in my head of what's going on at the time. I make up my own soundtrack to my own life. I'm about to fuck shorty, yo. I got some Tank playing in my mind and shit. When we fuck. When we fuck. What's a Nelly song, yo? No, that's not Nelly. That's Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland song, yo. Kelly Rowland and Lil Wayne, yo. That's not Dilemma. Dilemma the one with her with Nelly. Music slow down. Motivation, that's that song, yo. Lil Wayne, Kelly Rowland, Motivation. I'm thinking about some motivation and shit, yo. Next thing you know, grind with me, Pretty Ricky and shit. Next thing you know, play some motherfucking Tank, yo. When we fuck. Next thing you know, I'm on some 3-6 Mafia, yo. Put your dick in the mouth, give me head till I'm dead. I'm on Googly Moogly. I'm on that shit, yo. Project Pat. I got a whole soundtrack in my head narrating. So let's say you in a situation and shit. You thinking about fighting. You thinking about doing something violent. You got a whole soundtrack in your head of what the fuck you gonna do next. That shit, you gotta force and shit. Instead of thinking clearly, you thinking about a beat. That beat sparked the song and shit. Now that song playing in your head on repeat. Instead of thinking, you just listen to the music. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do, yo. Walk them down and shit, yo. We gonna walk up on them and shit, yo. That's the fuck we gonna do, yo. 50 shots. That's the fuck we gonna do. We busting motherfucking heads and shit, man. We shooting these motherfuckers up, yo. Mr. Taylor style, yo. Shout out to Mr. Taylor, though. South Carolina. Pay my driver. We gonna shoot him up like Mr. Taylor said, yo. Matter of fact, Mr. Taylor and motherfucking Young Buck on the remix. We gonna shoot him up. I got my 45 in my hand. That's what fuck we gonna do. Shit like that. And these motherfuckers own the private prisons. These motherfuckers own all the drugs. So you rapping about fucking drugs and shit, yo. That you really made this song. This song is a full life-size advertisement and commercial. And another thing that you pushing is drugs. Who the fuck are the biggest drug dealers? Who own these drugs? What they say, 80% of fucking heroin, 80% of heroin in the whole world came from Afghanistan. 80%. Look this shit up. Don't take my word for none of this shit I'm saying ever. Look it up yourself. Do your own fucking research. When the Taliban took over Afghanistan, yo, they didn't like drugs. They burnt all the fields. When they burnt all the fields, that took away a lot of the drug money, because they destroyed all the drug crops and shit. They wasn't big on drugs at all. They hated that shit. That shit was that shit was haram. They don't fuck with that shit, yo. These motherfucking Muslims for real. They don't fuck with that shit. They are Muslims. They live their whole life according to they are what you call that shit? Religious extremists. So if I'm a religious extremist, you think I give a fuck about money? I'm a religious extremist. The thing that I give a fuck about more than anything else is my religion. So their religion told them drugs haram. Fuck that shit. That's not us. That shit is not us. They burnt that shit. They burnt that shit, yo. They dropped down from the number one motherfucker, 0, to the last motherfucker on earth and shit, yo. What happened? They took over Afghanistan and shit, yo. When they took over Afghanistan, what did they do? They stopped planting those crops ASAP. When they planted those crops ASAP, now they got the crops going back again. Because I got a meme and shit. They was like, yo, if they really gave a fuck about the war on drugs and shit, the opium war and all of that, these soldiers would be walking around with motherfucking flamethrowers and shit. They don't have flamethrowers. They out there with guns protecting their fucking crops and shit. They literally out there with guns protecting their fucking crops. That's what they were literally doing. They have fucking pictures of that shit. I'm not saying nothing that's a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying nothing that's negative or bad or untrue. That's reality. That's what they did. You could say, well, they wasn't protecting the crops. They're patrolling the area. Okay. Say, what the fuck? It's the same difference. They patrolling the area from who and what? They patrolling the area from people that's gonna do what? Damage to who? Grass? Ain't no American citizens out there in that field. So who are they patrolling the area for? Once you did a sweep of that fucking area and you say, all right, wasn't nobody out here and shit, yo, let's move on. They didn't move on. They stayed in that area. Is that, do that not sound like protection? I mean, what the fuck are we saying here, yo? What the fuck are we really saying here? I'm not shitting on nobody. I'm just, what the fuck? I'm calling water wet. Is that a major deal? Calling nighttime dark? Are these major deals? That's what the fuck happened. What the fuck, yo? Now you have the war on, quote unquote, war on drugs and shit. You know that racist ass bullshit. Now you got the opium war and shit, yo. All these motherfuckers ODing out this fucking drugs and shit. Who is the biggest drug dealer in the whole world? America. They the biggest user and seller. So when somebody had fentanyl, this is conspiracy theory because it's not proven yet, but it will be real soon. Where did fentanyl come from? Where the fuck did it come from? Because you should be having goofy ass people. Even did a joke about it on Dave Chappelle. How somebody invented crack. The motherfucker took some baking soda and some fucking cocaine and shit and cooked up some crack. That was a joke, but the reality is that was truth. In California, that's how Rick Ross got popping, and he exposed that shit. That's how he beat his case. Well, he didn't beat it all the way, but that's how he beat his case. Majority of it, he showed that how he worked for the CIA. What is that shit called? Iran-Contra? He worked for the CIA to sell drugs in the black community to make money so they can fund the illegal war. Well, I don't know if it was illegal or legal or not, because I ain't paying that shit no mind. So they could fund the war in Iran. That's what they literally did. This shit is not no conspiracy theory. This is just regular ass history that obviously you don't learn in fucking school, because they don't teach you about shit. They just want to indoctrinate you to what they want you to be, a foot soldier. They don't teach you about shit. That's one of the major things they should teach you about. This is fucking history being made right now. They don't even discuss. They don't discuss that shit. They still talking about Revolutionary War and George Washington and shit. Fuck George Washington. Teach about George Washington Carver. Teach about some real shit. Like, y'all not gonna teach about no real shit. But y'all teach about the Revolutionary War. Who gives a fuck about that shit, dog? Who gives a fuck about that shit? You teaching people about some shit back then that ain't helping them in no kind of way. And the shit you teaching is some false reality. It's a false narrative. Teach about real shit. So here you go. Here you go. He can't read. He was actually Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, was actually illiterate. He taught himself how to read. He taught himself law. He studied like a motherfucker, because they give you access to law libraries and shit. He studied like a motherfucker. He proved the United States lied. Just like they proved they made Martin Luther King Day. They pushed that. Steve, what's his name, yo? Stevie Wonder did a song about it and this shit, yo. Celebrating Martin Luther King Day. What they don't celebrate is the King family, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his family, sued the United States, saying that they were liable in his death. And they won that case. They don't push that shit. That was like, what, 2000, 2001? That wasn't in 1970 something. That was in 2000 something. They don't discuss that. They don't push that. So you ignorant to facts. Facts. Not opinions. Facts. Is it a fact that the United States lost in federal court to the King family? Yes. Is it a fact that they were found guilty of being culpable to his death? That is a fact. These are not opinions. This is what the fuck happened. If you pull up the case and look at the case and read the case, it tells you guilty of, innocent of. Is a whole status of what the fuck the case is. It tells you what the case is about, and it tell you the fucking finding. Innocent or guilty. Point blank period. Win, lose, or draw. It tells you if it was a win, loss, or draw. They fucking lost in federal court. And they are the federal government. So how strong do that fucking case have to be for the federal government to lose in federal court? That is a black mark on a record to say that you are guilty of killing a civil rights leader. So obviously, the evidence had to be tremendous in order for them to fucking lose. And guess what? They fucking lost. A lot of that shit, I'm sure, is sealed the fuck up. A lot of the evidence that they could express, and a lot of evidence they didn't express, is sealed the fuck up, yo. Judge Joe Brown talked about this shit. I think he was on the case as well. He was on the case with the other guy. What's his name? Yo, the guy that's supposed to kill Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was on the case with him, proving that he was set the fuck up. But obviously, you know what's up. They killed his ass. They killed him before he could even finish the court proceedings. How you can't protect that man? Like, how phony is that? You can't protect that man. They ain't kill him in jail and shit, which would be easier fucking thing to get away with. Right there in broad daylight. Walk up on him. Blow him. Like, this shit wild. Y'all don't see it set up. Is it a conspiracy if the shit is not proven according to certain people? Like Tupac. Tupac is a fucking conspiracy because white motherfuckers don't believe the shit yet. Once they believe it, now it become factual, basically. Everybody know who the fuck killed Tupac. Everybody, yo. Everybody black, dude. White motherfuckers still making movies about the shit to this day. Still making movies about it because they don't fucking know. They not connected to the hood to realize who the fuck did it. They still in denial about the shit so they can push their narrative. Like shit like that. Everybody still talking about OJ and shit. They still done made a hella movies and shit about OJ, yo. I think in what was it, 2016? They might have made like 4 fucking movies about OJ. Motherfuckers love to talk about OJ. But they know the facts though. Everybody know the facts. Time magazine did an article on it, and they did a documentary about the real killer, Glenn Rogers. Matter of fact, Netflix, I'm sure they pulled the shit by now. Yeah, I think they definitely did pull the shit. Netflix did a motherfucking movie about the shit. They didn't talk about it that much. They just mentioned about it a little bit. Glenn Rogers, another white serial killer. Most of them are, 85%. He was quote unquote the Casanova killer. They all get these motherfuckers slick ass nicknames like the shit cute. He's a Casanova killer. On a Netflix movie and shit that they pulled by now, they showed one of his last victims being OJ ex-wife, Nicole Brown. They didn't go full in depth to this shit to point it out because you know that's not what they trying. They trying to illustrate him, not open up another can of worms with the OJ shit. Because now they're gonna turn white people off from watching the movie and liking the movie. But Time magazine did a whole article and documentary on him a whole year prior, if not longer. Interviewed his fucking brother and shit. He admitted that he did this shit. Like, he admitted to it. And yet motherfuckers still talking about OJ did it and shit. That's the other thing, yo. Black people, there's no such thing as an innocent person when you black. Especially to other black motherfuckers. Because black people are so conditioned and trained. These motherfuckers said Puffy was guilty long before that fucking video came out. They said his ass was guilty. Oh, he did that shit. The shit they said his ass was guilty about was well past beating one chick ass. They say he guilty of all kind of shit. And we say, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. We don't fucking know shit. That video, they can't charge him for beating her ass and shit. But black people, we already charging him with all kind of shit. All kind of shit. Trying to find fucking different evidence to prove he guilty of all kind of shit. Shit, he fucking TD Jakes, and he did this and he did that. We don't know shit. We just making the shit up as we go along. One of the few black men that is successful in America. And that's what we do to him. That's what we do to successful black people. Let them say something. We talking about white motherfuckers. Let these white motherfuckers say something about Jay-Z. We, black people, gonna take it as a fucking fact. And we gonna run with that shit way worse than them. All they gotta do is just spark the motherfucking shit, yo. We gonna run that shit off and blow up like dynamite. They just gotta spark it. If motherfuckers said Jay-Z be beating his kids and shit, yo. He abusing his kids. We gonna run with that shit. They sparked it, we gonna run with that shit. All somebody gotta do, charge his ass that shit. It could be a miscellaneous motherfucker, or we gonna protect the motherfucker identity and shit in court. They signed a thing, we gotta protect their identity for their safety. Well, that is actually literally against the law. I'm supposed to be able to face my accusers. So you can't, Protect. Who the fuck you protect? You damn sure ain't protecting me. Somebody can falsely accuse me, and now they had to put their face on that. So you're not protecting me. So that's against the law right there. Somebody make that shit up. He go to court. Before the day he about to go to court, they just take a picture of him getting in the car. As soon as he go to court, on his way there, his lawyer get a call. They dropped the case. They dropped the case. That for whatever reason, there's no evidence or whatever. They recanted. They dropped the case. Black motherfucking people, we are going to crucify this motherfucker, yo. White people, now they gonna believe this shit. The only white people that gonna believe this shit is racist motherfuckers that want to believe some negative shit. They gonna, yeah, he did that shit. I could believe it. But regular white people, now they gonna believe this shit. I'll reserve my opinion until I get some evidence. Not black people, we not reserving shit. Oh, he did that shit. I knew he did that shit. He part of Illuminati. They probably did that shit as a fucking ritual and shit. He out here drinking baby blood. Of course, he out there beating his kids and shit. All kind of goofy ass shit like that. Mad goofy shit. He paid Chris Brown to beat Rihanna ass. All kind of goofy ass shit they gonna make the fuck up, yo. Which is sad, but it's true. That's what black people do. We crucify each other. Crabs in a barrel and shit. I'm from Baltimore. I definitely know about crabs in a barrel. That's what the fuck we do. This shit by design, dog. You not slick. Even if you is slick, you're not above them because your brain is back here. They brain is up here. Not saying that they smarter than you, but their actions are proving that they're smarter than you based on their actions. Are you naturally smarter than them? Yes. Apply your shit better. The application of knowledge is power. Apply your shit better. You still living back here in the past and shit. Motherfucker, we 5 albums ahead of that shit. They still doing the same goofy ass plays from back in the day. You don't know what's up, yo? Belichick, the best fucking coach and shit. He did this, he did that. He hit you with the same fucking plays and shit from back in the day. He ain't changed the playbook. All right, this shit worked. It's all about execution. Like Westbrook said, it's about fucking execution. Y'all motherfuckers not executing shit. You ain't apply yourself enough. You still in that goofy ass shit. Let's run this shit down. R. Kelly locked up for that shit. Before R. Kelly, we had Sam Cooke. Before Sam Cooke, we had Jackie Wilson. It's the same playbook. They did this shit over and over and over with the same people doing the same shit repeatedly. They got people hooked on drugs and shit and crucified the people on drugs. Now all of a sudden it's a mental health crisis. Now all of a sudden you're a victim in this mental health shit. We need to protect you. Even though you on drugs and shit, you're not a fiend. You're a victim. You're a victim of drug abuse, drug addiction. They didn't say that shit to Billie Holiday when they had her handcuffed on her fucking deathbed. Like, come on, yo. They did a lot of bad shit to a lot of motherfuckers and shit, yo. They didn't say that shit, yo. The FBI raided the hospital and handcuffed her on her deathbed. Tortured her on her deathbed. These are all facts. Like, come on, dog. You serious? Is she the only one? Of course not, yo. A whole lot of people and shit like that, yo. Phyllis Hyman. This shit go on and on and on, yo. Like, but come on, yo. That's what they do. And we let them. It's not that's what they do. We let them. If you don't reserve your rights, you have none. We let them do this shit all day, every day. We the people and shit, yo. These are our laws. When the fucking last time you voted on a law? They asked you for a law. When you elected this motherfucker, it might have been 4 laws on the docket. They passed damn near 100 laws a fucking a year. They ask you to approve these 4 or 6 within a 3 to 4 year time span. So are you really making these laws? Like, think about this shit, yo. This company is not a government, it's a company. This company fucking shit up, yo. Now they can draft your kid and shit. Automatically your kid is signed up for the draft and they can draft his ass from 18 to 26 automatically. Send his ass out the war, yo. Send his ass off to illegal ass war. All the wars they done had over the past 200 plus years have all been illegal. They all been set on lies. It ain't been one war that was set on truth. And we went over there and did something about it. Because we went over there. Nobody attacked us over here. Nobody has attacked America on American soil in a long time. Fucking Hawaii. You know how far Hawaii is from the actual real continent of North America? And did we know about that shit well in advance? Yes, we did. Did we let it go down anyway? Yes, we did. You can say the same thing for 9/11 and shit. They did the whole documentary Fahrenheit 9/11 and shit, yo. If you say, hey, that's a conspiracy theory, all these motherfucking bullshit are conspiracy theories. Every single fucking fact that they gave you is not a fact. It's not proven. So it's all opinions. They said Bin Laden recruited these motherfuckers. How? They never proved a connection between the two. They studied the shit in Florida. So it's Florida fault then. They studied this shit in Florida and then they hijacked the fucking plane and flew that shit. Why wouldn't shoot these motherfuckers down and shit? Dude, the shit that hit the Pentagon, we shot them motherfuckers down. The second plane, once the first one hit, we should have been on full alert. Had guns up. But we couldn't. Oh, come on, yo. All right. Okay. Whatever, yo. So, are there facts to prove that happened? No. Are there facts to prove that Bin Laden was already dead before then? Well, you can't say that's facts because nobody has proven it. People have gave evidence. People have gave evidence to the contrary. That's all I'm saying. Whatever you saying, somebody have gave evidence to the contrary. Neither one of those have been proven, one way or the other. So everything tied to that shit is fucking conspiracy theory. So at this point, you can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. Cause none of y'all know the fucking truth. Cause they don't want you to know the fucking truth. Otherwise, they'd have found it out and delivered this shit to you on a fucking plate, a hot plate. You don't need to know the truth. They don't want you to know the truth, i.e., you don't know the fucking truth. Is that going to be in the history books now? They don't talk about slavery no more. They taking that out the history books. They ain't talking about the Iran Contra. That's not in the history books. What will be in the history books? Will 9/11 be in the fucking history books? If it is in history books, what are they going to fucking say? Because they don't know facts about shit. So what the fuck are they going to say? They talk about, 3 or 4 Khazars from Israel and shit. How they was dancing and shit. And they had the shit painted on their fucking van. That was a fact that they was dancing. That's a fact that they have it painted on their fucking van well ahead of time. All of those are facts. But they didn't do any more fact digging after that. He also showed the fact of, hey, I didn't say this is a controlled demolition. I'm saying it looks exactly like a controlled demolition. And then he showed pictures, real footage of a diagonal cut in the beams. This is the exact diagonal cut that controlled demolitions are cut with. So he showed evidence to prove this was a controlled demolition. They had the structural engineers for the Twin Towers. They had them on an interview and shit, and they discussed that's not how we designed our building. How we designed our building, it would have fell floor by floor by floor, but the beams would have stayed up. The whole floor would have collapsed on each other, just like that. One, then the other, then the other. Because once one collapsed, that weight will push on the other one, which would make that collapse. That extra weight will push on the next one, will make that collapse. And it will go down, 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 down. We designed it that way. We designed for the beams to still stay erect and standing, even though the floors fell. That is a design. That's not a design flaw. That is a design that they set up that way. If the beams fell, if these beams fell, we don't know what they're going to do. They could fall sideways and crush buildings, killing mad people. So we designed it so the beams stay standing. The floor will come down. When the floor come down, that is almost like a controlled demolition. But the beams will still be up. So if that's how you designed it, then what the fuck happened? We don't know. It didn't. Hey, whatever happened, it's not on us. That's not how we designed the shit. It looks like a controlled demolition. Cause that shit came straight down. It didn't fall sideways or nothing. It came straight down. That's not how we designed our shit. Our shit was designed to look similar to a controlled demolition, but not like this. Not like this. Because where the beams at? That throw the whole thing off. If the beams didn't fall a certain way, then that's not like our design at all. Like, whatsoever. Okay, so Fahrenheit 9/11 it was a good movie, whatever, yo, goofy movie and shit. But okay, conspiracy theory movie. All right, how about y'all do investigation about it, because it sparked more questions than answers, and technically you have never gave us answers. You said Bin Laden did it. How? All the people are actually, what was it? 10 out of 12 of the people or something like that. 10 out of 12 of the hijackers or some shit were from Saudi Arabia and shit. Saudi Arabia? What the fuck they got to do with Iraq or fucking Afghanistan? What do Iraq have to do with 9/11 at all? They never said Bin Laden was in Iraq hiding. They never said Iraq funded Bin Laden or none of that shit. So what the fuck are we doing in Iraq? Nobody explained that shit. They got weapons of mass destruction. I don't give a fuck what they got. We got 1,000 times more weapons of mass destruction. We had 1,000 times more weapons of mass destruction than they do. Having weapons of mass destruction is not a crime. And if it is, guess what? We guilty. So what are you saying? Are you trying to say that 9/11 was caused by weapons of mass destruction? Oh, you're not saying that. So why the fuck do we care about weapons of mass destruction? That don't have nothing to do with 9/11. Absolutely nothing to do with 9/11. So we don't give a fuck about weapons of mass destruction. But yet, somehow, guess what? Guess what? They declassified some goofy ass pages so they can push the finger towards Saudi Arabia and shit. Saudi Arabia balanced that off by releasing a whole lot of documentation. You try to make us look guilty, We gonna release some shit. They released a whole lot of shit. That I think we might have called the hidden 26 or 22 pages. What they didn't release was these dancing Khazars and shit that lived in Israel. They went to Israel. They got on Israeli TV and they interviewed them. We didn't interview them at all. We didn't ask them no questions. We didn't open up a case file about them motherfuckers. What you think we would? They have a picture of 9/11, 3 days before 9/11 happened. A plane hit the tower. They got it painted on the side of their fucking van. And you don't ask no questions, dog. They literally holding a smoking gun. You don't ask no questions. We didn't kidnap them motherfuckers and torture their ass and shit, yo. And say fuck the what is it? The Geneva Convention. Fuck that shit. We under terrorist law and shit, yo. They don't have any rights reserved and shit, yo. Because we booked them under the terrorist shit. And if you booked under terrorism, you don't get no constitutional rights. The Constitution is thrown out the fucking window. We gonna take you over to Cuba. That's not American land. That's foreign land. They didn't do that with these motherfuckers. They didn't do that with these motherfuckers at all. And people don't think that shit's strange. Black people so hood and so ghetto and shit. Out there killing each other. Yet, but we scared to step up and say anything. Ain't nobody made a rap song about Kyrie Irving and how we got his back. Ain't nobody made a song about Jerry Jones and shit and how he fucking standing there posing with racists and shit like he not a racist. Blocking black people from going into a school and shit. Back in what's that, Arkansas or some shit like that. We didn't say nothing about that. We got Stephen A. bitch ass, SAS, Sass and shit. We got Sassy, Mr. Sassy coming on there talking about Jerry Jones my friend. I don't give a fuck. Your friend racist, and you racist too, you bitch ass. Oh, he my friend. I don't give a fuck. Nobody asked you if he your friend. He didn't have that same energy for Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving never said shit. He liked a fucking post or he repost some shit. He ain't say shit though. All this shit happened to him. And all he did was repost some shit. Jerry Jones was actually there. Nothing happened to him. Police kill motherfuckers all day, every day. Nothing happened to them people. But this man gets suspended without pay. These motherfuckers killing people, black and white. They killed more white people than black people. A lot of them probably wasn't unarmed, but they killed unarmed black people and unarmed white people. The FBI statistics show that they killed more white people than black people. The police had. And guess what? A lot of them was not suspended without pay. But Kyrie Irving was. Kyrie Irving didn't kill no fucking body. Oh, Kyrie Irving, he wilding the fuck out, man. He over here talking about motherfucker, he ain't gonna get vaccinated. Why is that a fucking discussion? I don't give a fuck what he do. Do y'all know his SAT? I mean, I said SAT, 510. Do y'all know his STD status and shit, yo? Y'all on his dick like y'all trying to fuck. Do y'all know his STD status? No. Because that's medical records. Medical information is not private. I mean, it's not public. It's supposed to be private information. It's really a law against that shit. Releasing that man medical information. So, we don't know his status and shit as far as STDs and shit. Nor should we give a fuck. Because we not fucking him. And even if we is fucking him, that's still private information that he would have to release to whoever his partner is. But he don't have to release that to the public. So that's protected. Now, here we go talking about some vaccine shit. So that's protected. But his vaccination status is not protected. How much sense that fucking make? So we care. We supposed to care about that man's status when it comes to vaccination status, but we don't give a fuck about his excuse me, STD status. Make it make sense. Why do we give a fuck about his status and shit? Are we breathing his air regardless? Yes. So you telling me a mask? Shit gonna blow through a mask. That mask is not antibacterial like a fucking hand sanitizer. It's not gonna sanitize the air. And the shit that come out his mouth and nose is now sanitized. So what the fuck, yo? Make them play with a mask on. They didn't make them do that goofy ass shit. All these other teams and shit, they do that the fuck they want to do. New York, oh, we got different mandates. So basically, it's New York's fault. It ain't his fault. It's fucking the state fault. So he could play away games, no problem. Did y'all allow him to do that? No, y'all didn't. Y'all made it his fault, not the fucking state fault. Oh, he wildin'. Oh, he a bitch ass motherfucker. How is he a bitch ass motherfucker? Because he don't want to take no drugs into his body, yo. Foreign ass drugs in his body, yo. That he don't know what the fuck they is or what the fuck they gonna do. And he wildin'. Just for a couple months later, come to find out, oh, he not wildin'. Everybody else wildin'. He was correct. Oh, okay. So when he puts that shit out, when he liked that, he ain't push out nothing, but when he liked that article that was being, not article, documentary that was being sold on fucking Amazon. They didn't tell Amazon to pull that shit off. They didn't put that same energy towards Amazon. Amazon had it on there selling that shit. They didn't tell Amazon stop selling that shit. So when he liked the fucking post, and I think reposted this shit, he get fucking suspended. And then this shit came up with Jerry Jones. Everybody quiet as fuck. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said shit. The police still killing motherfuckers. Nobody say shit. Then all of a sudden, the Kanye West shit happened. And then people say, oh, you know what? Maybe Kyrie Irving had something going on. Maybe he was right. A couple weeks later, they say, yo, Kyrie Irving was right. He was right for the stance he took. And that was fucked up for the stance that they took against him. They took a stance against him. They didn't stay neutral. They took a active stance against him. So then people came back and now they on Kyrie's side. Oh, Kyrie was right for making a stand. He made it. He took his stance on, this is my opinion and I'm gonna stand on it. I'm entitled to have an opinion. They took a stance of, fuck your opinion, you wrong and your opinion is wrong. It made them apologize. Now come to find out, oh, they was wrong for making them take that stance. They was wrong for their stance. Now he get vindication and shit. It's too late, yo. Fuck that shit. I don't want vindication, I want millions. Fuck I'm gonna do with vindication. I can't cash that shit in for nothing. Is that not the same thing when it comes to black people though? They pardoned some black people and shit, like Harry O and shit got pardoned. But guess what, yo? They gonna get you either way. Birdman sold off his fucking masters. Who masters did he sell off? He sold off masters to Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj for real cheap. That shit was cheap as shit that he sold the masters off for. Why you think that is, yo? What's his name, yo? QP? quality control motherfucker. He sold off Masters and shit. Migos and some other motherfuckers for real cheap. And then he beat his fucking case and shit, yo. Around the same fucking time and shit. He beat his motherfucking case. He sold them motherfucking Masters. Y'all don't see the fucking connection, yo? What's his name, yo? YB, yo? Not YB, yo. NBA Youngboy. Charleston White talked about this shit on Say Cheese interview. This motherfucker in jail talking about he like goth and shit. Showing this motherfucker with his fingernail painted and black lipstick on. Next thing you know, he get released out of jail and shit, yo. He was in federal custody. Now he released out of federal custody. He talking about he like goth and shit, yo. He wear makeup and shit. Now he released out of federal custody. Y'all don't see that shit? Y'all don't see what's right in y'all fucking face. Anything you think, you're probably correct. And guess what? What the fuck you gonna do about it? That's the whole point. The whole point is what the fuck you gonna do about it. So when it comes to this music shit, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Whatever you think is wild as shit, you're probably correct on that wild ass shit. That wild ass assumption you make, you're probably correct. But guess what? What the fuck you gonna do about it? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know how much shit you been lied to? You think it's real? You standing on it and all that shit is a fucking lie? People standing on hoods and shit. That hood, they could change the name tomorrow. You got the shit tatted on your body. They change the sign and shit, change the name of that shit the next day. You don't own your hood. You ain't got no property in your fucking hood. You don't own the fucking the actual houses. You don't own the land that is on. Because if you own property, you should own the land that the property is on top of. Because you can get that shit for way cheaper. Like Nipsey Hussle the Great said, yo, buy back the block. These motherfuckers ain't buying back shit. Nipsey Hussle was on that song with Rick Ross. You need to be on the song with the real Rick Ross. That motherfucker. Shit, he need to buy back the block. All the fucking drug money and shit in the community and shit. Buy back the block with that shit. Frank Lucas and shit, he ain't buy back the block. Frank Matthews and shit, he ain't buy back the block. All these top drug dealers and shit, none of these motherfuckers bought the block out. None of them. What's the dude in Baltimore? Y'all forgot his name, yo. He the number one motherfucker too, yo. God damn, yo. I don't even fuck with Vlad TV, yo. Cause Vlad a bitch ass motherfucking snitch. But he did an interview with Vlad TV, yo. What was it, Randolph or Rudy or some shit like that? Whatever, yo. There's a whole lot of kingpins in Baltimore, but he number one. But none of them bought back the block. None of them. Not nan one of them. The Peanut Queen or Peanut King, he ain't buy back the block. Lil Melvin, he ain't buy back the block. None of these motherfuckers bought back the block, yo. Them Muslim brothers and shit, yo, the hitman and shit, y'all out Philly. They didn't buy back the block. Well, no, I take that back. A lot of them motherfuckers actually did though. But I don't know the people who bought back the block. I don't know if they are connected to the group that I'm talking about, that I'm thinking about. I think the group that I'm thinking about, they might not have bought back the block, but a lot of their friends that were religious bought back the block. The Sunnis and shit. Cause these brothers, I don't think these brothers were Sunni. I think these brothers were Nation of Islam. They not the Sunni motherfuckers. So again, they didn't buy back the block allegedly, but who knows? A lot of New York motherfuckers and shit, they didn't buy back the block. They did the fucking movie on Paid It Forward shit about the motherfuckers, but they ain't buy back no blocks. And them Paid It Forward motherfuckers was some little motherfuckers. They ran one little ass area. They ain't even run no big area. They getting they shit from other motherfuckers and shit. DC got Mad motherfuckers, Rachel Evans and shit. Did he buy back the block? He bought property here and there, but he ain't buy back no block. We out here stunting for a short term, not a long term. And we ain't doing shit with that shit. Motherfucker, buy back the block. So long term, that's us. We got this shit forever. We fall back on this forever. We rich forever. Like Rick Ross say, we rich forever. What they say, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish. He eat for a lifetime. Buy the fucking pond or river. You'll feed his generations. Buy the fucking pond or river. You'll feed generations. Fuck, he'll eat good for the rest of his life. Everybody will eat. Because now we on the river. Ain't doing that shit. Matter of fact, there's a couple water holes in the development I'm in, yo. I think I might throw some fish in there, yo. I'll be bored as shit. Motherfuckers need a fish. Might throw some fish up in there, yo. I don't think I'm gonna tell nobody though, because if I do, and that shit go bad, they get too hot, the motherfuckers are dying, that shit gonna be rocking. That shit get the rocking and smelling, all that heat. Ugh. They gonna try to come get me. Nah, motherfucker. That's what we got in Maryland, yo. We got mad fish. It's a fish invasion, yo. What is it called? Iron snakehead fish or some shit like that. It's a full invasion. We need to let them invade that fucking water hole, yo. See what's popping. But man, I went on a rant, but I'm saying all real shit, yo. And the rant I went on, I went kind of far down the rabbit hole, but it's all connected though. Everything I said is connected. People not realizing this shit, yo. It's all connected. It's all connected to the fucking music. It's all about money. The music is the fucking money. I just said the number one GDP is music, and the number one of that is fucking rap music. This country shit don't sell. Nowhere in any country do country music is being sold. The only people that listen to country music outside of here is mostly Mexico. And what the fuck do they listen to? They own country music. They don't listen to this country music. No Toby Keith ass motherfucker. They listen to their own version of country music, which they have. They listen to that shit. Country music awards and shit. So amount of copies and shit. Congratulations. Who gives a fuck? That mean people wasting their money on that goofy ass shit. That's not celebrated though. How much that shit you selling globally? How much do people want to hear that shit? Nobody want to hear that shit. Everybody want to hear rap music. I don't give a fuck how racist you is, yo. The most racist motherfuckers, guess what they listen to, dog? They listen to rap music, yo. Go to don't actually do this shit if you don't want to, but go to a KKK rally. In that KKK rally, I'm sure at least one motherfucker can recite a whole rap song to you. I'm sure if you play snippets of rap songs, somebody will finish the line off. They know the fucking hook. That's real. So motherfuckers talking all that bullshit, but like it's all bullshit. First of all, it's all bullshit because race is bullshit. Race is not real. So you know it's all bullshit. You can't stand on something that's fraudulent, dog. You can't stand on a fraudulent ass bridge and shit. It's fraudulent. You can't put no weight on what the fuck you saying. Cause you might fall through that motherfucking shit. Fall through that fucking rabbit hole. Everybody and shit that's black and shit, they push you to be a fucking professional athlete or a rap star. Or a lot of motherfuckers want to do both. All rappers want to be professional athletes. All professional athletes want to be rappers. That's what people strive to be. Nobody just strive to be real shit in life. They just try to be those things. You ain't never hear nobody strive to be a good mother, a good father, a successful leader of their family and their community. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be. People out here talking about I want to be TikTok stars. Like, what the fuck, dog? Ask these motherfuckers, they all say, yeah, I do rap on the side. Like, who gives a fuck, yo? You trash. Nobody want to hear that shit. There's too many of y'all. There's too many clones and shit. Tell me they want to do rap. I'm like, man, you want to do rap, man. If a female says she want to do rap, yo, my dick gonna get soft. I don't give a fuck how talented you is. I'm like, another one of them. You want to rap? Wrap your fucking lips around my dick and wrap that shit up. Take your fingers and wrap that shit around my dick, yo. Use two hands. Do that shit. When you wrap that shit up like that with your hands, I need you to do the grind the pepper movement and shit, yo. Like Superhead did. Grind some fucking pepper. Do that shit. That's a rapper you need to fucking do. A quote unquote black music, yo. All this shit is just a step down of the fucking blues and shit. Rhythm and blues, R&B, rhythm and blues. So blues music and shit, and like, you know, R&B music, all that shit designed the same way, yo. That's all rap music is. And when all this rap shit is just samples, they literally sampling a song that somebody else made. It's not even nothing new. They sampling shit. It's mad fucking samples. It ain't a lot of original beats. It ain't a lot of original fucking choruses and hooks and shit. A lot of these bitches is just samples and shit, yo. But you know, like these motherfuckers tell you and shit, yo. They reinvented the world and shit. Like, nah, dog. You just sampling shit, yo. You just a fucking rerun. You're a rerun of some other shit. You're a spinoff of some other shit. You're not even original, dog. You're a clone of somebody else and some other shit. Somebody else's life. But alright, yo. I'm gonna end this rap. I'm gonna end this rant like that, yo. Make sure you open your brain and shit to real life, yo. Listen to all kind of music and learn from other people's mistakes. So that way you can make an educated, informed decision. So if you want to keep being a clone and do the same shit you've been doing, or do the same shit somebody else already did 10 times over, by all means, do whatever is best for you to make you happy and make you live good, yo. I just want you to be well informed before you make that decision. You already know how the consequences are going to be. So be informed of these consequences before you make that decision. Be informed of your history before you make that decision. Like Al-Hajj Malik Al-Jabbar said, if a man doesn't learn from his history, he doomed to fucking repeat it. That's some real shit. If you don't learn from your fucking history, yo, you're going to be stuck in a fucking revolving door of repeating that shit over and over and over again. You haven't learned from your past. The fact that you haven't learned from your past, you doomed to repeat that shit again and again and again. Nothing goes away until you learn the lesson. Nothing. So learn the lesson. Once you learn the lesson, then you can make a informed decision to, hey, fuck it. Put that shit in rotation. I want to do what he did. I want to do that. That's how I want my life to go and end. Just like that. Okay, we'll put you in a rotation. We just had to let you know in advance. Once we let you know in advance, that was on you. And you can either say, hey, knowledge, I had the knowledge. and I'll take my knowledge and I'll do X, Y, Z. Or I'll take my knowledge and I will apply it, which is the knowledge is not power. The application of knowledge is power. I'm going to take the knowledge that I have and apply it. And now I'll be more powerful in my decision making. And then I can make certain actions that are powerful actions. So, hey, I want to do the same shit as before. I just want to do it better. You moving the goalpost forward. I want to do it better than that. You moving the goalpost forward. Or you can make the decision, I don't want to do it at all. I need to do something else. Because this is not what I have for my life. It's not envisioned like this. Cool. Application of knowledge is power. Move forward. Be powerful. Alright, man. I'm gone.